You've probably heard about a funnel, a sales funnel, a marketing funnel, and I've got quite a few videos here on my channel that walk through all the funnels that I have in my business, and I will link to that playlist here. But in this particular video, I want to talk about building a marketing funnel specifically from content that you're creating here on YouTube. I really want to focus in on why you want to be creating content here on YouTube for the bottom of the funnel. And if you caught last week's video, I call this person the Advanced Amy. So definitely check out that video to understand where Advanced Amy comes from. While I'm going to talk about why you're focusing on this Advanced Amy type content, how you're going to do it, I'm going to also be talking about content creation in a different way that you may have never really heard about before from anybody, because I'm going to be talking about specifically how to optimize and really use the content you create here on your YouTube, because I get it. Committing to YouTube and creating weekly YouTube content is a lot of work. And so I want to create this entire video around creating content specifically here on YouTube and how that content will get people into your funnels and make you more sales, so that the time you put into creating YouTube videos actually pays off and pays off from video one. So we are gonna pull out the whiteboard for this video, just like last week. And I wanna use this representation to talk about how we're gonna get content at the bottom of the funnel. So this is the top of the funnel. This is where everybody gets started. This is the widest area in your niche. There are a lot more people up here than there are down here, but the people up here, they're just getting started in whatever niche you have. Spanish lessons, guitar lessons, photography, website design, right? They're just getting started thinking about this area, playing around with this area. They haven't necessarily committed because they're figuring out all the beginner steps. There are a lot of people up here, but as we start to go through or down the funnel, people start to leave. They start to realize this isn't for them. They find something else that they like, and we get less people the further down the funnel that we go. So if you're looking in regards to problem unaware, problem aware, solution unaware, solution aware, these people are usually problem unaware. They don't realize yet what their problem is to getting it up and going, to figuring out how to start playing better on their guitar or how to build their photography business yet. They're unaware of the problem yet. By the time they get to here, towards the bottom part of the top of the funnel, they become problem aware. They realize, oh, there's something missing here and I need to figure out how to get this problem answered. They still aren't necessarily ready yet. They're testing the waters. So when they get here to the middle of the funnel, they start to become aware that there needs to be a solution, but they aren't sure what that solution is going to be yet. So I actually went ahead and wrote it down so you can see this in a different way. So when I'm teaching this to my YouTube coaching clients, there are different ways that we all take in information and process it. So while we had, the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, it was also very helpful for them to understand it in problem unaware right up here. Problem aware, they're aware they have a problem. They don't know what the solution is yet, to the solution aware, which is what you have to sell. That is the bottom of the funnel. When they are solution aware, they know you have the solution and they know what product that you have. When they get here, not only are they committed to your niche because you've weeded out all these people that weren't serious, they're committed to your niche. They know they need to invest in the solution that you have to get them to where they ultimately want to go. In last week's video, I talked about a brand photographer who's teaching other brand photographies how to grow their brand photography business. And so the top of the funnel would be people getting started with photography, figuring out what camera they need, what lens they need, how to take the best poses, what are the best poses. Middle of the funnel, right? They start to become aware of a problem. They're like, okay, I have this photography hobby. How do I start to get clients and get paid for this hobby, right? They're aware of a problem. So they become a middle of the funnel person. They start to play around with family photography. They start to play around with wedding photography. They're trying different styles of photography. They understand their camera. They've really got a hang on their camera, but they decide they really want to focus on brand photography. That is their solution. They know they want to focus on brand photography, but how can they do it? How can they get to that end goal quicker? Because they've already spent all this time really trying to get to this point. Now, they understand the importance of investing in something that's going to get them to become a successful brand photography. They've also probably made some money here as well because they were doing maybe weddings, maybe they were doing family shots. So they have some money to invest in your solution. They become aware of your solution, and that's when they become ready to buy. This person, it's not gonna take them much to buy from you. You're not gonna have to go back and forth on your price. These are the people that are going to say, absolutely, I'm gonna pay for that because you're gonna help me get to where I wanna go a lot faster. Again, whether that's through a course, a digital product, or one-on-one services or coaching. Now, what is the content we should be creating here for those people that want to be committed to a brand photography? They want to have the solution that you have to get them there faster. Now, in last week's video, I talk about the gap in advanced content on YouTube. You can find boatloads of content for top of funnel here, right? So many videos on best camera setting, lensings, how to start a photography business with no money. All of that is way oversaturated. But bottom of the funnel, we want to think about how to have a successful brand shoot. What poses for a brand shoot? How to find brand photography clients, right? That is very specific to this person. This person knows they want to be a brand photographer. They've gone through all of this. It's taken them a while to truly understand this, and they're ready to become a successful brand photography faster. And those are the people that I said are ready to invest and pay in your offer. And this is the type of content that's not oversaturated on YouTube because there is such a gap in this more specific, more advanced type content. And I don't mean advanced as in like expert level. I mean advanced as in your target audience. What is that content right before they decide you're the person they need to work with? You have the course that they want. What is that right before that point? The content they watch from you that says, yes, absolutely. Because it's not gonna be what camera lenses to buy for your photography business, right? That person's just getting started. They're not ready to invest in a brand photography coaching program, right? They wanna know you're focused on creating specific solutions for a brand photographer. I do want you to share down in the comments if you're trying to figure out who is your bottom of the funnel person, your advanced Amy, or with my YouTube coaching clients, I call it our level 10 viewer. That viewer who is ready to invest and jump into your program. If you're having a hard time figuring that out, let's talk about it and I'll try to help you out in the comments of this video. So when it comes to your YouTube content strategy to feed your funnel, you're actually gonna not really think about these people. If you wanna make money from your very first video, and you're gonna think about these people right here. The bottom of the funnel, your advanced Amy's. But I do need to give a major disclaimer here and tell you, you're going to really have to adjust your mindset in determining what is success here on YouTube when you focus on bottom of the funnel or advanced Amy people on YouTube, because you're not gonna go viral. Your videos are not gonna get tens of thousands of views. You're not gonna get, hundreds of thousands of subscribers because you wanna be focusing on those people that are ready to buy. I don't know about you, but with my small channel of 50,000 subscribers, I've been able to cross the $500,000 mark in my business for the last 2 years with my small channel that I hear about all the time in the comments of my video. But for me, I'd rather make the $500,000 in my business than having massive subscribers that don't watch my videos, that don't buy my stuff. And it makes me pointless to create this content because I know when I'm creating content here on YouTube, I'm talking to those of you who are ready to take YouTube seriously and you're looking at what I have to offer to join me. So you want to think about that in your content as well. When we look at YouTube and we're like, oh, we only got 50 views or we only got 150 views. If it was bottom of the funnel content for your advanced Amy, how would 50 sales sound? 50 clients is a lot, right? So when you are using this marketing plan or this content strategy on YouTube, you do have to readjust your mindset on those vanity metrics. Now, while I was teaching this with my YouTube coaching clients recently, I wanted to teach it in different perspectives. Like I showed you that funnel and then the problem aware, solution aware type. You can also teach this in like a customer journey, because sometimes we think that we have 3 different viewers, 3 different target audiences, right? We think, well, I have this person who's just getting started and they're figuring out the beginnings of things. Then I have this person where they're just figuring out, how to get more clients. Then I have Advanced Amy, who is figuring out how to scale her business. So I've got like 3 people that are my target audience, when in reality, it's the same person along the entire journey. So beginner Betty is actually going to become Advanced Amy if she continues along this journey. Now, like I said, you will have a lot of people drop from beginner Betty, right? We will have people drop out here. We will have more people drop out here, and we will have less people at Advanced Amy. And that's why it's important when we are creating content for our YouTube channel, we continue to talk to Advanced Amy and create content around Advanced Amy's problems. Because while this gets in front of her, any of these people along this journey, any beginner Betty, any intermediate Irene, any of these people who know their end goal is become a successful brand photography, they can immediately jump from here on their journey to Advanced Amy if they know they're ready to commit and they're ready to invest. But if you're just talking to this person right here, you're leaving out all of these people, because this content is too beginner for these people. They've already passed that. Whereas you're talking to Advanced Amy in every single video, you're including all of these people in your content. And whenever any of them are ready to commit and invest like Advanced Amy, you have that content lined up for them, because you're not focusing on beginner things. Because your audience that's going to invest here at Advanced Amy, they're not sitting at the kids' table. They don't want the beginner content. They want your solution that's going to get them to their end goal faster. And you are going to show them in these videos through your knowledge and your expertise as you share it in YouTube videos. I did this test on my channel to go viral. I wanted to have a viral video and see what it actually resulted for my business. So I did this particular video when YouTube was removing the option for you to show your subscribers or not on your channel. It was brand new. YouTube just released it. I know it was a hot topic when I dropped it, and it went viral. The problem is, while this video had loads of views, it attracted beginner Bettys. Nothing wrong with beginner Bettys, but with these beginner Bettys, they were very negative about this. They felt like the world was against them. YouTube was against them. This is terrible. I'm not going to be able to grow. Whereas my Advanced Amy's, they're not thinking that way. They're thinking, oh, I don't even care if my subscribers are shown or not, right? I'm thinking about the content that I'm creating. I'm thinking about the strategy of the content to attract the right people. So it went viral, but it didn't do anything in my business. Whereas this particular video that I did was created specifically for Advanced Amy's. And I talked to them about the option that I had to work with me. So this video, while it did not perform above average or go viral, it did bring me in 5 to 8 clients within 24 hours and made me $24,000 in a 24-hour time period when I dropped that video, because I was talking to Advanced Amy's who understand the importance of investing and wanting to get to their end game quicker, as opposed to the YouTube's removing the subscriber show button. Those people aren't ready to invest. I do want to talk about something real quick before I move on to the next step, where I'm going to talk about types of videos and also how to build series of videos so you can get somebody watching video after video after video, which makes you hot in the YouTube algorithm, but also helps you convert better for your courses and your programs. I want to talk about imposter syndrome right now. Because when we start to think about Advanced Amy, maybe they are really close to where you're at in your journey and you're starting to worry, well, I'm not an expert yet. Like, how can I talk to Advanced Amy? I want you to think about in your course, who that person is in that course. That is your Advanced Amy. Don't think you need to be this like high level expert that knows everything about your niche. You're thinking about the person that's coming into your course, that's coming into your one-on-one services. They already see you as an expert. So that's the person you're talking to. Don't get into this imposter syndrome. I just finally got out of a fog of imposter syndrome around YouTube and teaching in YouTube because I kept getting stuck on not having the 100,000 subscriber number, and who am I to talk about YouTube if I don't have the subscriber numbers? And finally it just hit me in the head. I'm not creating a channel for subscribers. I'm not trying to become YouTube famous. I'm trying to create sales in my business. And I'm doing that with my 50,000 subscriber channel. So why am I letting the outside world affect my self-esteem and cause me to think like I'm an imposter when I'm actually doing it? And I'm making more money in my business than most YouTube channels that have 100,000 subscribers. So I kind of wanted to give just that little pep talk when it comes to thinking about Advanced Amy and you speaking to her. She wants to hear from you. She already sees you as an expert, okay? I want to talk about the 3 types of videos you need in your YouTube content strategy as well. And that is value content, which is also seen as discoverable content. This is the type of content that you're going to be targeting for search results. Again, I talked about that more in detail in last week's video and the importance of this hockey stick. So if you didn't watch last week's video, make sure you watch it next. But value/discoverable content is how people are going to find you. Then there's community content. This is the content that's going to make people relate to you as a person, because I'm going to assume there are more people in your niche that have courses like you do or offer a similar coaching program as you do. There's other people in your niche that they can buy from, right? But what community content does is allows them to connect with you and decide you are the person they want to work with. This is what separates you and differentiates you from all their other options, because not everybody is right for us, and that is fine. But we want to show the people that are wondering, is she right? She seems like the right person for me to see this style of teaching that you do, to see, more behind the scenes type content, more of the mistakes and vulnerability parts of you, for them to be like, oh yeah, she gets it, she understands it, because this is a lot of information content. They're learning from you. They're seeing your expertise. You're proving your expertise here. This is where you're proving to them you're the right person that they should work with or buy from you. A lot of my content here on YouTube is very value and discoverable driven content. So I want to talk real briefly before we go into the real life examples about differentiating between content you share on YouTube versus content you have in your courses or your coaching program, because you may be thinking, well, Trena, if I give away all my free content in the value bucket, why do they want to buy from me? I just gave them everything for free. Here's the thing. I give away a boatload of free information here on my YouTube channel. You could watch my YouTube channel for probably days of content. But what I do differently in my courses, in my program, is not give the detailed how here on my YouTube channel. Here on YouTube, I talk about why they need to do this in top level, or if you're thinking like an iceberg, top of the iceberg content. Whereas everything inside my courses and my programs are all under the water iceberg content, right? And when we look at under the water of an iceberg, there is a lot of stuff there that you need to know to make a completely successful YouTube channel. So you want to think about that in differentiating your YouTube content versus your course content. What is the top of the iceberg content that you can share here on YouTube that can give them quick wins to show your expertise, to show your authority, but then keep all of the nuances and like the details in your frameworks and all of your little strategies for your course. So for example, when I'm talking about building a YouTube content strategy, there is a process that I teach to my coaching clients called the Profitable Keyword Framework. This is a process on how we can go in and find data-driven content ideas that we know Advanced Amy is searching for, and that we know isn't too competitive, so we can show up in search when Advanced Amy searches for it. Now, I don't teach this anywhere here on my YouTube channel. This Profitable Keyword Framework is only taught in how to do it specifically, all the detailed steps inside of my YouTube coaching experience. And in addition, inside my coaching program, they get my feedback and my help as they get stuck or they're unsure if this keyword is right or how to go about it. So that's really how I differentiate content here on YouTube, it is still valuable. It's still giving a win, but it's kind of that surface level win that they think they need. And I'm introducing what they actually need to have a successful YouTube channel. And that is what's really taught inside of my program. So I want you to think about that when you're creating your YouTube content, your discoverable value-based content. What is a win that you can give them that will allow them to move along that journey, but it's not going to get them the overall picture on how to really do it with your tactics and techniques. Now, if you're wondering about that profitable keyword framework that's going to help you build a content strategy specifically for your level 10 viewer, for your advanced Amy, I am actually going to be sharing this in a live workshop. If you're interested in joining the Profit Per View workshop, go to trenalittle.com/profit per view, and I will be sharing this particular framework during this workshop. So grab your seat, trenalittle.com/profit per view. All right, so value-driven or discoverable content to get people aware of you, to show up in search. Community, people to get to know you. Types of content that are great for this is vlogs. I try to do these maybe like once or twice a year. They're so hard for me to do. I did one recently. I will link here. I just forget to vlog my day. I get so wrapped up in my work that I just forget to share. Also, lessons learned are a great community builder because you're sharing some of your vulnerabilities and things that you've learned from, mistakes that you've made as well. Again, it's just allowing people to create a full picture of who you are as a person, because that's what's going to make them want to buy from you as opposed to the 10 other people that do something similar as you. And now, real life videos. These are videos where maybe you're interviewing your clients or your students and you're sharing their results with your courses or your programs. This is maybe sharing a case study of your own and how you were able to do this and giving specific examples. I did an entire podcast series where I interviewed my clients. I will link to that right here, I think. And I asked them to share their journey and ask them specific questions for you to see how they came into my program, what they were able to achieve during my program, and then how they felt at the end, the results, right? Every 6 months, we do customer journey calls. We learned this from an amazing business owner, Meredith Noble of LearnGrantRating.com. And we were able to get on a Zoom with our clients and ask them questions that are allowing us to build case studies and showing actual results that they are seeing in our courses and our programs so that we can then share that on our YouTube channel and our marketing emails, on our sales pages. You will be starting to see more of them here on my channel as well because it's been a hot minute since we did some interviews here on YouTube. But what this type of content does is give proof to that advanced Amy. These real life examples say, okay, proof that she can do this. Proof again that she can do this. Okay, I see how this is done. And they start to relate to those people as well. They're like, oh, she was struggling with the same thing I was, and then she was able to get here. Okay, I definitely need this program. So these are the 3 types of content you need to be creating on your YouTube channel to start converting more viewers into sales. I will say, when you're getting started, you're gonna be focusing a lot on here. I would say this is probably gonna be 80% of your content, then 10%, as you start to, again, build this hockey stick growth. Remember, we're starting at YouTube search. So we wanna get a solid library of content on YouTube that's gonna show up in YouTube search to help us get this trajectory of growth, and then start to weave in some of these community and real life videos to make those viewers basically get off the fence and decide your program, your course is right for them. So far, we've talked about your viewer. Remember, your advanced Amy, specific content for that advanced Amy, the type of content, value, discoverable, community, and real life. Now we're gonna talk about creating playlists on your video to have binge sessions on your channel. This will do 2 things for your channel. First of all, the more content you can get people to watch from video to video to video, you become more valuable to YouTube. You see, the goal for YouTube and the algorithm is to keep people on the platform watching as many videos as possible. The more videos people watch on YouTube, the more ads YouTube can show, and the more money YouTube will make. So you wanna make sure that you're getting people to watch multiple videos of yours and not just sending them off the platform in every single video because they're not watching multiple videos if you're making them leave. Whereas if you're getting them to watch a couple videos and then sending them off the platform, you have videos that are making YouTube happy, and YouTube will take those videos and put them out to more people, right? Your advanced Amy's will start to see that content because YouTube says these chunk of videos are getting people to binge. We're gonna push more of that content out. Now, we need to make our business happy as well. So what a series does is these chunks of videos that are telling people to watch, at the end, they're getting people over to your conversion site, whether that's a webinar page, a challenge page, a work with me page. So you are still feeding your business, but you're also making the YouTube algorithm happy, so it pushes more of your content to more people. So what we do in the profitable keyword framework is we derive thousands of keywords and phrases sometimes, and we start to create playlists or categories of content that we are going to create for our advanced Amy, our level 10 viewer. And then what we do is we look at that category of content and we start to figure out how can we piece together a series of videos from these content ideas so people are watching video after video after video and then going to your conversion site. So when we do this profitable keyword framework, it does take a lot of time. It takes sometimes hours to create, but the good news is because we have all this information up front and we have more than enough ideas of content for a year, you really only need to do this process once a year. And I'm gonna share with that, like I said, in my profitable keyword framework workshop if you're interested. But what this looks like is you take your category and you see a video idea and you're like, okay, for example, a brand photographer who has a coaching program to help photographers become successful brand photographers. So we look at an idea that maybe is searched 1,000 to 2,000 times on YouTube each month. The topic is brand photography poses. All right. So we take brand photography poses, that video idea, and we want to think about where would it fit in a series of 5 to 6 videos. I know I only have 4 right here, but in 5 to 6 videos, where would that fit? Maybe it fits right here as the second video. So when we look at our content, our data in that bucket that we derive from our profitable keyword framework, what video would make sense to be number 1? So that they would watch number 1, video number 1, and then they would want to watch video number 2, and then they would want to watch video number 3. You're thinking about this journey, this viewer journey that they're on. You're anticipating what their next question is going to be, and you have that video queued up, ready to go. So to get the whole way down to video number 4, 5, 6, whatever the series is going to be, and in this video, they're freaking hot, right? They just watched 4 to 5 videos. If they've committed that time to you, they're starting to figure out how they can work with you. What's the investment going to be to work with you? They know you're going to be the person to get them to the end result. This is where you drop your offer and you tell them to go to your offer page, right? Because you've warmed them up. You've got them watching multiple videos of you. All of these videos right here, the algorithm is going to push out to more people because it's getting them to watch another video and another video. So you're getting them the whole way down to this last video, and your conversion rates on your sales page, your sales calls, whatever you're selling is going to be so much higher because people just watched multiple videos of you that you didn't even have to be live for. You could have been sleeping. You could have been at soccer practice, right? This is what video on YouTube can do for you. It builds this relationship. So by the time they get to hear about your offer, done. They don't need any convincing. They're pulling out their credit card, going to your sales page. So this entire process of creating a content plan for your marketing funnel here on YouTube isn't just throwing out videos, right? It's about creating strategic content based on data, YouTube search data, for that person who's going to buy. And you're creating these series so that when people find any of these videos, they're enticed to watch more than one video from you. And if you can do that, they become a much hotter lead. And that is what's going to take your content here on YouTube from feeling like a waste of time or taking forever to do to something you want to do every single week and make time for, because you know when you create a video, you're going to get that sales notification or you're going to get that application notification that somebody applied to work with you. That is why I will show up here today on a Sunday to shoot my content, even though I didn't get it done over the week, and I'm here on a Sunday filming this because I know the content that I create will result in sales. And if I don't do this content, I'm gonna miss out on sales. It also becomes so much easier to make your content on other platforms. So now your weekly YouTube video, while you're creating this binge-worthy playlist that is sending people to make you more sales, you can go to ChatGPT and turn your video into a newsletter so that you can tell your newsletter people to go watch your video. You can also create a blog. And so not only would your YouTube video show up on Google search, but now you have a blog as well on YouTube search, getting people to your website. You could also turn this content into Reels, turn this content into TikToks, turn this content into Threads, and it's all the same across every single platform because each week you have one YouTube video, one piece of content that is building a series of content, so everything interconnects. Just makes content and creating a similar content strategy across any platform so much easier so that your audience is never confused about what is she actually talking about today. I will say one more time, if you are interested in learning my profitable keyword framework so that you know you've got this series of videos that are going to get in front of your advanced Amy, your level 10 viewer, and make sure your videos are making you sales from day one, join me in my live workshop at trenalittle.com/profit per view. And if you want to see my video that I talked about on how I build an evergreen launch strategy step by step, watch the video that's on your screen right now and don't forget to subscribe. See you next week.